Kids, if you guys could relax, don't be too loud, because the uncles are trying to pay attention, inshallah, once we're about to get started. You guys can go play in the basement, inshallah. Walaikum assalam. How are you? How's everything? Put it on the wrong way. Is that good? I can start? Bismillah. الحمد لله رب العالمين الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Tonight we will be reciting the 18th juz in the Quran, which starts from Surah Al-Mu'minun, containing all of Surah An-Nur, and ends off at the 20th ayah of Surah Al-Furqan. And I just want to mention before I start that this juz has so much to talk about, so much to ponder and think about, and speaking about it for only 15 minutes does no justice to the beauty of the words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the ayat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So everything that I say, and inshallah you all will benefit from, is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and if I forget anything or if I mess up, that is from my own faults and that's from shaitan. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive me and allow us to benefit from this. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala begins the juz with a set of ayat in the beginning of Surah Al-Mu'minun, from ayah 1 to 11, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala describes to us true success. But before we read how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala defines success for the believers, when I mentioned the word success, what came to your mind? What does success mean today? Think about it for a second. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قد أفلح المؤمنون. Successful are the believers. الذين في صلاتهم خاشعون. Those who are humble in their prayer. خاشعون. That word sounds familiar, right? Because it comes from or it's related to khushu'. The root letters kha, sheen, and ayn. What do they mean? They mean to be submissive. And who are we submissive to? Who are we submitting ourselves completely to? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Forgetting about the things of this world, putting it to the side, and completely submitting to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and giving Him our undivided attention. And why should we do this? إِنَّ الصَّلَاةَ تَنْهَى عَنِ الْفَحْشَاءِ وَالْمُنْكَرِ. Indeed, the salah removes the filth, things that are filthy, language, clothes, filthy action, and the evil. The evil of shaitan, or of your own nafs, or of our desires, or the want to do something to disobey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And I can go on and on about salah, but let's continue inshallah. وَالَّذِينَ هُمْ عَنِ اللَّغْوِ مُعْرِضُونَ. Those who avoid things that are meaningless. Laghu literally means something that is meaningless or a waste or something of that sort. وَالَّذِينَ هُمْ لِلزَّكَاةِ فَاعِلُونَ. And those who give zakah. وَالَّذِينَ هُمْ لِفُرُوجِهِمْ حَافِظُونَ. And those who guard their chastity. إِلَّا عَلَىٰ أَزْوَاجِهِمْ أَوْ مَا مَلَكَتْ أَيْمَانُهُمْ فَإِنَّهُمْ غَيْرُ مَلُومِينَ. Except from their spouses or to whom their right hand possesses, for they are free of blame or from blame. فمن ابتغى وراء ذلك فأولئك هم العادون. But whoever seeks anything beyond this, they are the transgressors. So seeking or fulfilling your sexual desires in any way other than what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made halal for us. وَالَّذِينَ هُمْ لِأَمَانَاتِهِمْ وَعَهْدِهِمْ رَاعُونَ. I'll say it one more time. وَالَّذِينَ هُمْ لِأَمَانَاتِهِمْ وَعَهْدِهِمْ رَاعُونَ. Those who are faithful to their trusts and their pledges. The same way that you're faithful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you should be faithful to the person that trusted either their money with you or your money with them, whatever it is, trusts and pledges. وَالَّذِينَ هُمْ عَلَى صَلَوَاتِهِمْ يُحَافِظُونَ. And I want to mention the difference between Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioning salatihim in the second ayah compared to salawatihim in this ayah. There is a singular versus a plural difference, salawatihim. In the second ayah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking about the khushu in our prayer. But in this ayah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking about the believers protecting or guarding their fard prayers. And we hear the word yuhafidun, hafada, comes from the root letters ha, fa, and dha. And it means to protect or to guard. What do we protect normally? What are things that we protect? Things that matter to us, right? So now we have to think, what does our salah mean to us? Is this something that we care about? Do we plan our day around our salah or our salah around our day? You have to think about that. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala continues, أُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْوَارِثُونَ. These are the inheritors. The inheritors of what, you guys may ask? الَّذِينَ يَرِثُونَ الْفِرْدَوْسَ هُمْ فِيهَا خَالِدُونَ. These are the inheritors who will inherit paradise, Jannah, wherein they will dwell forever. Now, before I started reciting this surah, I asked you guys a question. And I'm going to build off on that question. Who are these successful people that we know that maybe we may be looking up to in this world? Does being successful mean having wealth? Does it mean owning the biggest house? Does it mean working enough to be able to buy that expensive car? Having 1 million subscribers on YouTube? Having 1 million followers on TikTok? Our brains have been taught to see success as things pertaining only to this dunya. But don't get me wrong, wanting these things in the dunya is allowed. It's not a bad thing. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blesses us with these ayat for us to ponder and reflect about them. And as Muslims, we have to change the meaning of success that we have right now to an understanding that true success is the balance of success in this dunya that leads to the success in the akhirah. And what do I mean by this? We hold this misconception that the one who is truly on his deen, the one who puts Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala first in front of everything, will live a miserable life in this dunya, but he will get Jannah in the akhirah. And this is definitely not the case. This entire list of qualities that I just listed, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala listed, of a believer who will attain true success, they are all interconnected. And not just interconnected, but when one quality is achieved, the other one is in our grasp. Having khushu in our salah, as I already mentioned, giving Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala your undivided attention, focusing on the ayat that are being recited, focusing on Surah Al-Fatiha, and trying to get the most out of that short time that you have with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, will give you the boost for the rest of your day until you reach the next prayer. And if you weren't from the khashi'un, you wouldn't care to pray that next salah. You know why? Because you didn't feel anything when you prayed. Salah was just an exercise for you. You were just moving up and down. You didn't feel that connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You didn't feel that connection with the ayat that were being recited. And now, because you had khushu and you tasted the sweetness of salah, you suddenly can't miss a single fard prayer. But now when you are from those who protect their fard salah, then you know you can't pray when you are in a state of impurity. Hence being from those who guard their chastity except with their wives, for there is no blame on them. Now you have no choice but to make sure you control your sexual desires, because you know that if you don't, you will either pray your fard salah late or you will completely put it to the side. We can even jump back to khushu again, because if you're one of the khashi'un, then you need to refrain from vain talk, those conversations that bring nothing, no good whatsoever, as you know that it will bring you no good. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ends off this section by reminding us that even sometimes, if we don't see the reward immediately when obeying the laws that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has put forth for us, and doing good a'mal and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has put as fard for us to do, this is a comfort from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, reminding us that our final, ultimate destination, if we try to obtain the qualities of these true believers, will be better than any pleasure or any desire we are wishing to fulfill that will jeopardize that final, ultimate destination, the inheritors of Jannah, wherein they will remain forever. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow us to be from those who will see the beauty in His ayat and taste the beauty of His guidance and His path in this world, which will inshallah, by the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, allow us to not just taste, but also smell and see the beauty of Jannah. Ameen.